Good morning. I'm coming to you from northern Michigan this morning. I got here last night with my kiddos to my parents' cabin up in Fountain, Michigan, and I'll be here for the next few days. I do want to talk to you this morning just a little bit about a project we've started looking at here or there in Stewart County. Um, During strategic planning, it was identified that one of the things we needed was some permanent housing. And we feel that in Stewart County, we need a more centrally located space that gives us a little bit of room to grow. We're kind of spread out here and there, got stuff stashed all over the county. And so we've identified a building in Dover that we're interested in purchasing. Right now it's listed about 190,000. We feel like we could possibly get it for about 150. And I just want to tell you a little bit about that this morning and ask for your questions and comments and thoughts. That the building, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It will be an attachment to a link to view the listing, and then just information about the building. It was previously used as a VA medical clinic, and so it's got big meeting spaces and it's got smaller exam rooms for office space. It's got a full basement, which is great for storage, which is something we desperately need right now. It's on 0.64 acres, 2,700 square feet. It was built in 1977. Most of the building is brick. It was added on later. A small add-on was done to it to make it a little easier for everyone to use. It is ADA compliant and has a huge extra large concrete parking lot. What do we need? So Stewart County needs about 150,000, give or take, depending on, there's always fees and stuff that gets added onto a purchase price. We have had the property looked at by a contractor to identify any repairs. He's not found anything, but we would like for him to look a little harder, more formally, once we've come to a decision on this, just to make sure. We feel confident we can move in to that building tomorrow and set up shop. In the condition that it's in. It really wasn't used much after it was renovated for the VA clinic. And so you can take a look at that. How we'd like to purchase it. We would like to move money out of the CDs and savings accounts that it's in and borrow that money from the big organization. And again, when I say we, I'm talking to you as the Stewart County group, but I'm bringing it to you as the board chair. So sorry if that gets confusing, but I'm kind of wearing two hats here. We would like to just make it a cash offer to the seller, and just to make it easier to close and not have closing fees. How to repay. We would have full intention of repaying that money to the CDs and bank accounts for the greater organization already. And we've only been working on this project less than 2 days. So, we love a good challenge and we get excited about stuff. We already have a $10,000 donation pledged from one of our volunteers. We've had multiple private $1,000 pledges. That's not much, but gosh, it adds up quick when we get going. We are ready to pivot and approach TVA for a big donation. We've never really approached TVA. We've done a few little things there. We do have some good connections with TVA. It's in our county, and so we would like to start with them. Also, many years ago, we were given a $30,000 sum of money from a private individual there in Stewart County. We would like to get that money out to use, and we're also going to approach that donor again and ask if he would like or could make another sizable donation. We've never asked for money from the opioid fund in Stewart County. We are going to approach them and ask for $40,000. I understand they just got their funding and they're ready to start meeting and handing out money, so that's exciting and that's some good timing for us. And then we're looking at grants for different capital projects. And so between all of those numbers, and we can talk about numbers more specifically once we get this thing really off the ground. I'm just trying to launch it this morning and get it kind of in everybody's brain. How would we maintain the building? Really your costs there, utilities, insurance, and any type of repairs. We're working with one of our advisory council members, Miss Laura Crane. She is our county trustee, and so she's looking into getting any property taxes waived because we are a nonprofit. Um, so, because of those small offices that you would see in the pictures of the listing, we feel we could rent those to different entities that match our goals for CASA, whether they are attorneys, state entities, different other nonprofits to rent space from us to cover those costs so that we would not have a building cost to maintain, that would be covered by the different people that rent from us inside of there. Again, it's 2,700 square feet. We don't need that much. We can use a smaller portion of that and use the rest to kind of pay for the building. So right now, what are we doing? We're putting together a professional packet of information for donors. A couple of the members are hard at work with some graphic designing and getting those ordered so that when we go to approach these big donors, we look like we've got a plan here, and we do. They like to see that. And we are identifying any other high-level donors to approach immediately to get those pledges coming in for us. The building would be named after our local judge. I'm sure you've heard us brag about Judge Andy Brigham many times over the years. He will be retiring in the near future than we like, but he will be retiring. We feel like this could be just a great legacy for him. And he's agreed to let us use his name to put on the building, and he and his wife are so thankful. We would like to approach other judges in the state and people that he's worked with and give them the opportunity to be part of this because it's a great thing. We are ready to write an offer once we have the board's approval to go ahead with this, and it would be contingent on the board approval and contingent on inspection. So we're ready to get that written today, get that in the seller's hands. We don't want to potentially lose this property. There's just not been any other property we've ever seen that matches our needs as this one does. So that's it. I won't keep you any longer. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, thoughts, please send them my way. You have my email. If you don't have my cell phone, I'll make sure that it's in the email. So you can contact me, reach out. I will be available the next few days, even though I'm up here on vacation with the fam. I still have my phone, and I'm not gonna drop the ball on this just because I'm out of town. So anyhow, have a great day. Thanks so much.